Hey, good morning guys. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm gonna go over a little grocery haul that I just got. Gonna show you what I get for a week's worth of groceries. Woke up this morning, I had absolutely no food in my fridge. So the first thing I did was grab a coffee and go to the grocery store. So I'm gonna show you what I get in a week's worth of food. And then I'm gonna take you guys through my swim, got a training day, and talk about some advice that I have with discipline, how to maintain it year round, and what you can do to kind of stay on track with your goals leading into 2024. So let's get right into that. Right off the bat, I got a few items here for the week. We have around 2.5 pounds of steak. I usually don't get steak, but I had some a week ago and I really liked it, so we got more of that. This is gonna last me probably 5 days. And then we have 5 pounds of chicken breast here for our protein source in meat. And then I actually forgot to get rice now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm gonna be getting some rice, but these two meats are gonna be what's fueling me for the week. We have some Greek yogurt as well. So plain Greek yogurt, just super basic. I'm gonna put some granola in there as well for carbs. I usually have this in the morning, so my typical breakfast is egg whites, which we also got, 3 whole eggs, and then Greek yogurt and some granola, so carbs, protein, and then some omegas from the eggs. Sourdough bread, we got this as well. I like to have this as like a pre-gym snack or pre-run snack if I'm running early in the morning. Most of the time I'll mix it with some honey as well. Quick, fast sugars, some carbs with the bread as well. And then for dinner, I'll have some potatoes as well. I usually throw these in the air fryer, and that's pretty much my snack, breakfast, and dinner all here. Tomatoes, of course, eggs. Also got some avocados here for fat as well. Fruit, we got
Vita made this. I knew it.
oranges, and then we do have some bananas as well. I just forgot where I put them, but I like oranges, I like bananas, still have apples, so we're all set there. Then, usually like late at night, if I'm craving something, I got these kimchi bowls. It's not really the healthiest, not gonna lie, but I like them, and this is kind of like my treat, I guess you could say, for the day. So this is basically what I get every week for groceries. Sometimes I'll get chocolate as well, but this is basically all you need in the staple of your diets. You don't need really anything too crazy. You don't need to get all fancy with stuff. Good fats, good carbs, good protein, really whole foods, organic stuff is kind of all you need to progress in the right direction. The minute you start going super fancy and crazy with all these things, it gets just too complex for me. So I like to keep things as simple as possible. Coming into 100-miler and marathon prep, as things start to ramp up, the less stuff that I kind of take on is, easy. I like to live a simple life, simple diet. So this is everything that I got. You can kind of replicate that on your own, but this should last me roughly, 5 days. Go back to the grocery store and get some more. But I haven't ate, and we have to go swim before the pool closes for practice. So I'm gonna have some breakfast right now. All right, so pre-swim, we're gonna have some oats, plain Greek yogurt, and some honey. And then we have 3 eggs in here, about a cup of egg whites and 1 whole avocado. Basically what I'm gonna eat before my swim, it's a little bit later in the day. Usually I'll go get the swim done and have like a lighter meal, but because it's later in the day and I had to go to the grocery store, this is what we're gonna do. Pretty simple, right? Like, you don't need anything fancy. You don't need these crazy diets, crazy, low calorie, extravagant stuff that you're paying, extra prices for. Basic, real whole foods, keep things simple. That's what's gonna get you your results that you want. It's gonna get you feeling good, and you know exactly what you're eating. You're not getting a bunch of processed junk because it has 50 extra less calories. No, you wanna eat real whole foods, put quality time into the training, invest in quality food, and you're gonna get quality results. So I gotta stop yapping and just crush this meal. So for today's training, we have a swim, 300, 100, 100, 300 negative, 4x75, 200 negative, 4x50, 100 negative, 4x25, and then cool down. I think that's like 2,000 meters or something. Should take me like 45 minutes. You might ask me, why are you swimming when you're training for an ultra and a marathon? Well, here's the thing, it's endurance, it's low impact, it's good on the body, and you can do this to still increase your aerobic capacity without having to run, 6-7 times per week. Now, obviously, if you're gonna be running that much and your body can take it, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a little bit more beneficial. But for someone like me who couldn't run for 3 months and is now fully recovered and back to full training running wise, utilizing things like swimming and biking not only keep my endurance up, increase my fitness, but they reduce the amount of injury that I'm going to have in the foreseeable future while I slowly increase my volume and my load. And swimming's just great too. So do your cardio, kids. All right, so what I just did there is I wrote down my swim set onto this piece of paper. Then I'm gonna put it in a plastic bag, put it by the pool, so I don't have to put my phone by the pool, I don't have to worry about it getting wet, and I can just kind of see this right by me. So I gotta go get ready for the swim. I'm gonna go crush that, and I'll see you guys when I get back. All right, so we just wrapped up, I think like 2 kilometers of swimming. Took like 35 minutes for the whole set with a little bit of breaks in there. It's not too bad. I think we averaged out like 145 per 100, so it was okay. But I'm really just trying to increase my endurance and not get injured because of my previous injury, and then slowly increase the running mileage, and then I can kind of drop the swims and biking that I'm doing per week. With that being said, I'm like actually starving right now, so I'm gonna cook up this steak, probably have some potatoes with that as well. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna just explain how I'm going about my marathon prep and what that's gonna look like for the next 3 months. So I'm gonna go put this on the cooker and then grab the air fryer, and I'll probably air fry those potatoes. All right, so this is what we got right here. We have some potatoes, steak, cucumbers, and tomatoes. I actually ate some of the cucumbers and tomatoes while I was waiting for the potatoes to cook because I was so hungry, but the steak looks so good. I'm so hungry right now, so I'm gonna crush this food because I'm absolutely starving. Yeah, I'm gonna see you guys after I enjoy this meal. All right, so we had a pretty successful day with training, more of a relaxed type of training day, just kind of recovering from yesterday's training. So it was just the swim today. Someone asked me the other day is, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay on top of things? And the answer to that question is I don't. Every day I wake up, and some days are better than others, but it's a struggle for me to get basic training in sometimes. It's a struggle for me to get certain things done, and some days it's easy. But the thing is, I have an end goal in mind. I'm not gonna let myself down and come up short, right? So I go in with the mindset of I'm gonna get it done or I'm gonna regret this later. We go so far in life, we go along all these things, and we neglect the little things that we do. These basic little tasks are all going to translate into how disciplined you can stay on top of things. I was waking up at 3 in the morning, going for runs, driving 2 hours, working for 8 hours, coming straight home, training, eating, training again, making the videos, and then repeating the cycle over and over and over again. That's what you have to do if you want it that bad. You got to ask yourself, how badly do you want this goal that you're working towards? And eventually motivation is going to die off and discipline is going to override. You have to be able to get up, get it done when you don't want to do it, when it sucks, when it's cold, when it's raining, when it's early, when you're tired. And that's how you're going to achieve the results you want. Champions, they're not found up on top of the stage or, on the podium. Champions are found working. They're found in training. The people putting hours and hours and hours in are going to get the results that you see on the podium. They're not the first to raise their hand. They're the last. And the results show that. So you have to be willing to sacrifice whatever it is to get to where you want to be. And that'll override any kind of motivation that you're lacking. When you have a purpose that one day you might not be in this position again, or one day you might not be able to achieve your goals, and you really dig into that purpose, that reason, that why, if you want it bad enough, you'll get it done. Ask yourself this: how badly did you really, 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 really want something, and you did everything you could to get it, and you got it? Could have been something super small, or it could have been a massive goal. Doesn't matter. You did whatever you could in your position to get that. You have to be willing to do the same when it comes to fitness, when it comes to the gym, when it comes to all your goals. You can't just be sitting there relaxing and hoping that there's some shortcuts. There's no beating around the bush when it comes to hitting your fitness goals, getting in shape, training for that event that you're looking for. And once you start to realize that, things start to come a little bit more freeing. You start to understand, man, I'm really here to get this done. I'm really going to hit my goal. I have a purpose. I have a reason. And once you feel that, you're going to want to feel it again and again and again and again. It's a high you're never going to want to lose. You're going to be endlessly chasing it. And you don't have to do anything for it. So really just focus on what your goal is and what you have to do to sacrifice to get there. Find your why, your reason. And if that's enough, then you'll do it if you want it badly. I wish I had a lot of things. There's a lot of things I wish I could be, a lot of things I wish I could do, but sometimes I just have to accept the fact that right now this is my current position and this is what I'm working towards. And as much as I'd want something else just as bad, I'm currently focused on what I'm doing right now. And I have to block that noise out. And it's lonely. Achieving your goals is lonely. Success is lonely. And you're kind of just left to do it all on your own. But guess what happens? Once you finally hit that result, you finally hit that goal, everybody comes knocking on your door. Everybody wants to see you. Everyone wants to be your friend all of a sudden. And you're like, well, where were you when I was struggling? Where were you when I was in the process of things? Because no one sees that stuff, guys. The only thing you see is the end result. You look at Instagram or social media, everybody's showing the end result. That's what you're seeing, and that's what you're expecting. You have to be able to endure the process and the pain to get the result that you want. Otherwise, you're not going to achieve anything. You have to be able to sacrifice. You have to be able to give up those late night snacks, give up staying up late and going out with friends, give up certain social cues that you have, give up certain lifestyle changes, drop these habits. And it's going to be tough at first, but once you start and you build that momentum forward and you keep going and you override anything that comes in your way, it's an unstoppable force, man. I am telling you. You just have to start. I see too many people dream, think, but not do. You have to start, and everything else will follow. Trust me, guys, you have to be able to push through that stuff when it comes. And that's what's going to shape you into a better person. It's the little things, guys, that make the biggest difference. And if you start doing these little things on a day-by-day basis, everything will eventually compound and come your way. I'm a byproduct of not being disciplined. There were moments in my life where I was not disciplined at all. I was slacking. I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do. And as a result, I didn't get where I wanted to be. But when I started applying these principles into my life and I finally decided to live for the sole purpose of trying to be a better version of myself and reach the goals that I set out to achieve, everything changed. And you guys need to do the same. Doesn't matter what it is, guys. You got to give it your all. Got to give it 110%. You give it 110%, you're going to get 100% back. So just take that with what you will. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is forever. You stay on top of it, and I'm telling you, you're going to achieve all the things you want to achieve. It could take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, but eventually you will get to where you want to be. So if you guys want to get coached by me, link is in the description below. 90-day hybrid program is in the description below as well. My sponsors, Raw, Rise, in the description below. Use code Jordan, get yourself 10% off. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'm going to see you in the next one.